This narrative transports us to an era when cities were devoid of bright lights, and village paths still exuded the earthy scent of damp soil. In a small corner of one such village, beneath the shade of an ancient peepal tree, sat a 13-year-old boy named Moan. His clothes were tattered, his lips parched, and his eyes reflected deep sorrow. Moan was born into a family of limited means. His parents were daily wage laborers, struggling to provide even 2 meals a day. However, one fateful day, a devastating flood altered the course of his life forever. The torrential waters swept away his home, and his parents vanished, never to return. When the floodwaters finally receded, Moan found himself utterly alone, without a home, without parents, and without anyone to turn to. Life had suddenly become an arduous trial. For a few days, the villagers offered him assistance, but gradually they began to disregard him. Some remarked, "Orphans have no future," while others whispered, "He will survive by begging." At such a tender age, Moan understood that he had to forge his own path. But how? With hope in his heart, he set out for a nearby city, believing he might find work there. However, the city proved to be far more unforgiving than he had anticipated. On the bustling streets, all he encountered were throngs of people, so preoccupied with their own lives that no one acknowledged his hunger or pain. For several days, Moan resorted to begging for food, but his heart remained restless. One night, while sitting on a sidewalk, a middle-aged man noticed him. Dressed simply, the man possessed a profound depth in his eyes. He inquired, "Son, why are you begging in this manner?" Moan replied softly, "I have no other options. What else can I do?" The man took a deep breath and responded, "Have you heard? Destiny favors those who take initiative. If you wish, I can guide you toward a more promising path than begging." Moan was taken aback, yet there was something in the man's tone that resonated with him. Mustering courage, he asked, "Who are you, and what can you teach me?" The man smiled and introduced himself as Kagi. He explained that he worked at a nearby shop and offered to teach Moan skills that would enable him to live independently. Although unsure of the stranger's motives, Moan felt he had nothing to lose. He nodded and said, "Please teach me."